So hi everyone, my name is Sergej Kunz. I'm co-founder of OneInch, and I'm going to speak today about expanding horizons of DeFi, about swap marketplace and beyond. So if we look into crypto adoption compared with internet adoption, we are still early. So we are in crypto world of in the year 2025 compared to internet adoption of 2001. So just imagine how high we can grow still with the current crypto setup. So Web 2 is more about sharing of data, informations, having social media account, commenting, posting. Web 3 is bigger than this. Web 3 is about ownership. So that you exchange assets, what you own, where no one can control except you, your assets. And every time when you exchange something for something, you get something. So you hold always the ownership about Web 3. And in the best setup, also in decentralized way, but not always nowadays. We are still early, I already said. There's a lot of development possible. So what is DeFi? Decentralized finances is a blockchain-based system that automates financial transactions through smart contracts, eliminating the needs of intermediates. So we don't need intermediates. We have smart contracts what can do the same as we need to do right now in this traditional financial world with intermediates, with centralized exchanges, brokers, dealers. DeFi is composable. That means there are different applications what can interact with each other, and everyone can interact with them. It's trustless. You don't need to trust someone. You don't need to deposit something and believe that your money will not run away. It's non-custodial, so you have the ownership about the assets. And it's accessible, yeah? So from anywhere in the world by having just internet access. It's global, and it's globally accessible 24/7. You don't need any funds to create an account. You need just a phone or a notebook. And no one needs to verify you that you are allowed to open an account. You can just do it. So in terms of composability, there are different protocols out there already. I personally am since 2018, started on the hackathons, traveling around the globe, building small things. Same as these nice physical airdrops of OneInch tokens, what you can get on our booth. So you're welcome to pick up one of them. So DeFi is composable. You can actually build own things on top of something existing. This is what we did with OneInch. Back in 2019, on Ethereum Global New York Hackathon, we have built the first aggregator among decentralized exchanges, where you could exchange in one simple transaction your assets among multiple decentralized exchanges. So we actually used already existing money Legos protocols and build something on top of it. You can automate things. You can build own liquid staking solutions, what we have seen with Lido, for example. We have seen money markets, and you can lend and borrow assets. And you can also create leverage positions. Also, on top of lending protocols, someone built leverage tool to create leverage positions. DeFi is trustless. In the traditional world, you have a lot of intermediates, third parties, potentially. In our world, you have just the program on a decentralized, highly available computer around the globe. So it's non-custody solution. So you have always the ownership. You don't need to give it away for someone who will maybe gamble with it. What we have seen with FTX or what recently happened with Bybit. We are a huge company with a lot of funds of people used a third-party small team what was compromised. So you don't have to do it. You can just use the DeFi and Web3 non-custody wallets. So if you're looking into market sizes, so I explained what DeFi is and the principles. If you look out there, what we have right now on the market, so it's DeFi market with $100 billion total value locked. That means 100 billion US dollars were deposited by users, also institutionals, into protocols like Uniswap, Aave, and other protocols, vault protocols for yield farming, for example. If you are looking into crypto market, this is the centralized exchange market. Yeah? We cannot really speak about TVL because it's a different technology, so we speak more about market capitalization, yeah, and volumes on the different platforms that we have out there. And it's around 2.6 trillion of US dollars of crypto market capitalization. And then we have the traditional financial market, and this is 123 trillion global equity market capitalization. It's huge. With a daily Nasdaq trading volume, just one single exchange, with 318 billion. Right now we have only 7 billion in DeFi. How can we grow DeFi to crypto and to traditional finance? I will start with how we can cover the crypto market, and maybe next year I will speak about, I hope next year, how we can target the traditional market as well. So DeFi fragmentation looks like that. Here, most of the funds are on Ethereum. Some of the funds also on Tron. USDT is very well used on Tron for payments. You have Solana with all the meme coins, Trump coin, generated a huge amount of fees for these different decentralized exchanges and aggregators. We have BNB Smart Chain, Albania Smart Chain, Arbitrum Layer 2, Base Layer 2, Avalanche, Polygon. We have Ton, Telegram, on blockchain. Then we have Near, it's a US-based company with sharded architecture, and some others. But if you look into crypto at all, like if you zoom out, you will see that DeFi is really a small piece here because Bitcoin makes the biggest piece of the pie. We have, of course, XRP, Doge, all the small coins. We have Sui. We have all the old coins like LTC, ETC, the fork of Ethereum. So, and to expand from DeFi to cover also the crypto space, yeah. DeFi is most of the cases is on one single chain, like Ethereum, then all the protocols deploy, like Uniswap also, deploy on other blockchain, and it's like living independently. But what if we can build something what is provides seamless experience and works cross-chain properly? And this is also better than centralized exchange in terms that it can work fully in non-custody and atomic manner, so you don't have to trust, you don't have to believe, you need just to verify. So we came to this by just using the intent-based protocols. It's a common thing right now, like everyone is building intent-based protocols, also for cross-chain. CalSwap started one day to build cross-chain, on-chain swaps based on intents, by settling the orders in centralized manner. Nowadays, they try to introduce more decentralization with penalties. It's a more optimistic approach. So you have still to believe them that no one will abuse you and not front-run you. But there's also atomic swap, like atomic swap technology, what was introduced 2013 from a guy on Bitcoin Talk. and it was introduced then at the end in Bitcoin based on HTLC contracts. So you don't have to trust anyone. You can just work with secrets. It's a specific flow where you can just verify that you get what you expect, and then you share your secret and you get it. So, and if you combine these two technologies, you get intent-based atomic cross-chain swaps. From 1H, we call it just 1H swap. Since we continuously improve our approaches, we started with the aggregation on one single chain among multiple protocols. Then we moved to deploying support to different blockchains. And now we can combine it and cover the whole crypto market by introducing such a great technology. So this approach is seamless. You as user, you just create intent. You declare what you want to get, what you want to sell, and what price range. And how it's going to be executed is not your problem. So there are professionals who can do it very well, professional market makers, arbitrage traders, and the protocol just ensures that you get the best execution. It's gasless. You don't need to do any transactions. You just send off-chain signature of an order. It's secure through smart contract implementation by having more than 10 security audits by major companies. It's self-custodial. Yeah? You don't need to deposit and believe someone that they will exchange at the end and give you what you expect. It's extensible. Any chain would support HTLS contracts or such as Bitcoin or Dogecoin or XRP ledger as well, yeah? Or any smart contract based blockchain like Solana, for example. Yeah, it can run everywhere, theoretically, where we see this. It's competitive. There are market makers who compete between each other and try to settle first, because if you don't settle, you cannot get any profits out of it. It's efficient. It's use specific Dutch auction approach. I will explain about that. And it's trustless. So there's a specific atomic flow where the protocol makes sure that no one can cheat in this flow. You get math protection by design. Math protection, math is in general a problem in our space. When you do the transaction by yourself and you do a swap, your swap can be manipulated by bad actors. They do transaction before you, after you, we call it sandwich. Like do a bundle, send it to block builders, and can extract value out of your swap. And here, in this case, it's not possible. It's gasless, how I already said. You don't do any transactions. You just sign an intent. Liquidity is coming from entire market. There are market makers who compete between each other. And you see on the right side, we have market makers, arbitrage traders who source the liquidity from everywhere. We ensure high grade of compliance and safety for our resolvers by having an additional layer of kind of compliance ML level where every wallet what interacts with their protocol is scanned, and this layer with additional compliance team verifies that this wallet is not a Bybit hacker, for example, yeah, what we have seen recently. Of course, there's a delay. There are service providers like TRM Labs and Crystal, for example, who can have delays in terms of like tagging these wallets, but we do our best to protect this environment from bad actors. We can work with institutionals. We can work with any user who interact directly with their APIs or protocols. We support multiple chains. So Dutch auction works in a smart way. It's not linear interpolation from spot price to the market rate. Market rate is when you exchange the whole amount of assets what you want to exchange. Here in this case, 12 million USDT were swapped into WTH, into Ethereum. And this person got 135,000 $US more than compared to just doing normal transaction on blockchain and executing through aggregator on multiple exchanges in one single transaction. Why? Because we give the arbiters, traders, market makers time to compete between each other, to hedge on other sources, also on other networks, and they can fill partially such an order. So you see these green lines. At the beginning, multiple resolvers started to fill at the beginning almost on the spot price. Spot price is what you see on Coinbase, CoinMarketCap, or on CoinGecko, for example. It's the kind of market average price for this specific pair. So, and one trade happened almost in the middle of the execution time. Execution time can be up to, like, depends on the order size, 6 minutes maybe, maybe 10, maybe just 3 minutes if it's small amount. For small amounts, we found out it makes sense to take into account the gas execution costs. So the price on the Dutch auction moves dynamically. Also, when the price of the gas execution cost grows, the user gets a little bit worse rate, but still in the acceptable range. What you see here on the bottom line, the mean price, is what the user confirmed that the user is okay to get at least this mean rate or mean return amount. And the protocol ensures that this Dutch auction happens with, in a competition manner. The future of trading is not just like DeFi and crypto and DeFi with the crypto space in it. It's, from our point of view, the whole traditional finance space based on our technology is really the future. We can offer 24/7 trustless self-custodial trading. Also, if someone needs to be custodial by using custody services in terms of like regulation, it's possible just to use our protocols to exchange assets without doing deposits on Kraken, Binance, or Coinbase, and losing time for the settlement and withdrawal. Yeah, so the exchange happens atomically, and a specific period of time depends on the blockchain. Yeah, if it's cross-chain, it can take a little bit longer. On Base, for example, settlement happens like in seconds. On Solana, 400 seconds, milliseconds, 400 milliseconds. It's possible to offer also security trading. Like you can theoretically trade also tokenized security, like stocks, on our platform. And through our unique design, we can offer to participate everyone who have some liquidity. They can also participate in our environment. So remember always, not your keys, not your money. So thank you very much. It was a pleasure to be here. See you next year.